Hey guys, it is Margaret and Sam. We are going to be giving you a little glimpse into our cosplay life outside of just what you've seen on our YouTube so far. And we're going to start with some con horror stories.
So the first story that we're going to talk about is one that happened at Youmacon. So we're in Playboys. Amazing cosplay for minors, right? It's great. So throughout the con, more like around 7, 8 p.m., we see people going around in like silly stringing cosplayers.
Specifically like Spider-Man type cosplayers who are like, oh, it's our webs and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they're jumping around and silly stringing people, and you know, obviously no one's happy about that because they're cosplays that they worked hard on, and silly string is I think it's kind of greasy sometimes, and
it can leave a residue.
Yeah, it can kind of stain your costume sometimes. Probably. I'm just guessing. I've never been silly stringed before, so I wouldn't know. So that was going around for a while. We saw it happening, and we're just like, this is a yikes. Later on, we're down in the food court because, I don't know, it was late. Actually, we were 16. I lied. We weren't 15. We were 16 because I do remember that we drove home on our own after this. But we're in there and we see the people who were silly stringing. But instead of silly stringing cosplayers this time, they were silly stringing like the columns in the food court. So this was going on and I'm pissed. I'm sitting there and I'm just like getting angrier and angrier as the seconds go by. I'm just getting so pissed. And in like my blind rage, I got up and I went over to them and I'm like, you need to stop doing this, or like some shit like that. Like just super cringe, and I'm not a confrontational person, so I don't know.
I stayed at the table because I didn't know what she was doing. I was like, where is she going? Why is she going over to them?
Yeah. I'm not someone who like gets up and goes to just talk to people. So I'm like, I'm there and like I'm basically seeing red at this point, and I'm just like telling them off for doing this stuff. And
at the ripe age of 16.
Oh yeah.
So very mature about it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I swore or anything, but I was so upset. Just so mad. And you know, they were not happy about it. So they started saying that they're gonna beat my skinny ass. And I didn't hear that. I literally couldn't hear anything because I was just so pissed off. But like Margaret told me afterwards, she's like, they were saying that they're gonna beat you up. And I'm like,
and they could have.
Cool.
Sam is not strong. We
ended up leaving because I'm like shaking. I'm pissed. And you know, they're still yelling at us. I made great choices. As we're walking out, I walked up to like one of the workers who was like cleaning things up. I'm like, I'm so sorry for the mess that everyone has made, like just leaving their trash around the convention and all over the tables and stuff. But like, just so you know, these people over here, they're silly stringing things, so I'm so sorry that you have to clean it up. And then we like basically booked it to my car because we were afraid that at least I was afraid that they were gonna follow us, and I'm like, let's go. Yeah, we were basically ready to leave anyway, but like, it was just all the more reason to leave like ASAP. Immediately. Yeah. That was fun.
So that was one of her fun little stories, but I wasn't really involved. I was there, I was listening, but I didn't actually go over because I'm a scaredy cat. I'm also not stupid. I love you. But when I am separated from Sam, it is a bad time. We go to most of our cons together, aside from the ones that I've been like out of the country for pretty much. And every time I get separated from my resting face best friend, I get weird people. So this was another con. I was in a Playboy again. I was Playboy Mako from Kill la Kill, and I was going to meet up with Sam, like just minding my own business, walking, doing nothing, and someone comes up to me and was like, your boobs are too small for Mako. And it's like, okay, first of all, why does that matter? Doesn't, but you know, okay. Doesn't really have anything to do with it.
On top of that, you're like commenting on a minor's boobs.
Yeah.
You're a creep.
But that would have been weird enough. And then he's like, you also must be a pervert, because Mako's a pervert, because she grabs Ryuko's boobs in the anime. And I'm like, I didn't know how to respond. That doesn't have to do with anything. Goodbye, sir. And I don't have as many terrible experiences as Sam with creepy people, because I am cute. I am not hot. She plays the hot friend, I am the cute friend. And that generally saves me a lot of trouble. But this was one of those times where it was just like, is this what she deals with? Is this what it is? Is this what life is like for hot people? I don't want it.
Please, I know I didn't purchase it, but I would like to return it for a full refund.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, I feel like I can't leave her alone sometimes, because whenever she goes off and does her own thing, she comes back and she's like, yeah, so dudes are being creepy. And I'm like...
Everyone is scared of Sam, so with me being nearby by default, it just saves me the trouble. Because I look extremely friendly at cons. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, like, you're so easy to talk to. And then people are like, yeah, the first 3 times I met Sam, I was horrified that she hated me.
So, moving on, we're at another con, and we're also in the Playboy costumes, once again. We make great choices. And some guy comes up to us, you know, classic neckbeard looking man, which, you know, stereotypes, whatever, but it fit the bill. It fit the bill, especially with what he did. He came up to us and he's like, wow, great bunny costumes. Can I get a pic of the tails? I was like shook to my core, because I'm just like, I'm sorry, what?
Like, did you really just, like, out in, like, verbal words actually ask for just a straight up picture of our butts? Like, no tiptoeing around the issue. Like, okay.
It was too bold. It was... Anyway, so that happened, and I don't think we answered him, because I don't know, like, if we ignored him.
I think we were with some friends and they might have like kind of like pulled us back into the group a bit. I don't remember exactly. I just repressed this memory for so long that it's gone.
It sounds right that like they pulled us away, because not long after he asked for a pic of the tails, he came back up to us again and was like, so you didn't give me an answer the first time. And I'm like,
it's like,
no.
No answer was the answer.
Yeah, you shouldn't need me to say no. You should just know that it's a no.
Yeah.
You're not getting a picture of our tails, dude.
Real slick.
Yeah, so then one of our friends, I think she was in some high-Q outfit that had like a cape.
Yeah, it was like the main orange Hinata. Yeah, with like the crown and stuff.
Yeah, and she had like a cape on, and she covered her butt. She's like, I'm gonna protect the booties. So she protected our asses for the rest of the night from this creepy freaking neckbeard.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Another, not a creepy story, just an unfortunate happenstance.
Like an experience that we wish that we didn't experience.
Yes. So we were at a Colossal Con, and it was before, I mean, everyone knew that Vic, the voice actor, was a terrible person, but it was before he was like really not being invited back to a lot of cons, and so he was one of the guests at this Colossal Con. And we happened to be in an elevator that he got on. He had
just us.
Yeah, just the 3 of us. It was
me,
wonderful.
Margaret, and Vic.
All I remember is he had the tackiest, awful leather pants.
And they were so tight. And it was so unfortunate for us.
Nothing to the imagination. And he seemed visibly uncomfortable by people not giving a shit about him. Like, we didn't like him, we did not interact with him, we did not speak with him. We knew who he was, but we did not care. And he seemed visibly uncomfortable by the fact that people were not fawning over him.
Yeah, we basically, like... I was extremely happy to get off of that elevator and not see that again.
Yes.
So another time, we're at Shudokon, and we do this thing where we like to wear maid dresses. So we like to do maid versions of characters because it's just really cute.
And it's an easy, like, either first or last day outfit, you know, not a lot of big props, no insane makeup, no insanely tall heels, a nice, easy cosplay by our standards.
Just maximum cuteness. So we did Maid, Aaron, and Levi. So we're
So we look like a couple of right fools.
the face did not match the body. Anyway, so you know, we're walking around doing our thing, looking cute as heck. And later on, we swapped out of those costumes and we swapped into our kigurumis. If you don't know what a kigurumi is, it's basically just like animal pajamas, just like...
It's like a big Japanese onesie.
Yeah, like a big fluffy onesie that has lots of room and it's very cute and roomy.
We still had the makeup on though. Same Aaron and Levi makeup.
And we're waiting in line to go to a slumber, like Attack on Titan slumber party panel. And this man comes up to us and he's like, were you guys the maids that were walking around earlier? And we're like, oh yeah, we just switched out of that into like these outfits because it's comfy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. I was talking to my friends after I saw you guys and they thought I was weird for this, but you guys made me realize that I have a real thing for thigh highs.
That's not okay.
And we're just there like, don't really know what to say about that.
Yeah, it's like,
Thank
congrats for you. Glad you've made this discovery. I wish you had never told us.
It's like you can keep things to yourself. Like you can think
You
things.
should keep things to yourself.
You can think so many things. Just don't come up to us and tell us.
Yeah.
Like when it's creepy like that.
Yeah.
Because again, we were minors at the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you don't need to tell us that we made you come to this realization that you have a fetish for thigh highs.
And whoever your friends, if you are out there, whoever your friends were who said you were weird, they were right. Like, don't tell anyone this.
You easily could have kept it to yourself. And we would not have been scarred.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching our video. This is part 1. There will be so many other stories that we have in cosplay. So,
Yeah.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.